Imagine holding a rifle and suddenly hearing the news. 5.56mm is dead. For decades, the 5.56mm cartridge has been the trusted choice for soldiers and shooters the world over. It's been reliable, fast, and got the job done. Or so we figured. But there are other options out there now, and one new caliber is quietly sliding in, promising more power, more reach, and better stop in its punch. This new king just might change how we think about rifles for good. Curious? Let's dig in and see what's shaken up the rifle world. .277 Fury, and now we come to a real game changer, the .277 Fury. This ain't just a warmed-up version of the 5.56mm. This is a whole new beast. Dreamed up by SIG Sauer, the .277 Fury is all about raw horsepower, long reach, and hard-hitting results. And it ain't just buzz from the range. The United States Army put their stamp on it, which means something big's coming down the pipe. See, the 5.56mm's always been about balanced, lightweight, fast, easy to control. The Fury? It throws all that in the wind and goes straight for power and punch. Its secret's in the hybrid case, a sharp combo of brass and steel. That lets it handle a wild 80,000 psi, nearly double what the 5.56 is built for. What do you get out of that? Blistering muzzle speed, over 2,600 foot-pounds of energy, and hits that stay true clear out past 700 or even 800 yards. Feels like slapping a turbo on your rifle. And here's the kicker. Even with all that juice, the Fury fits in a short-action rifle. You're getting full-caliber power without hauling around a big bulky .308 setup. Now sure, there's trade-offs. Barrel life might take a hit from the pressure, though SIG swears their rifles are good for over 10,000 rounds. Ammo ain't exactly growing on trees either, and it's going to cost more for the time being. Still, set it side by side with the 5.56, and the difference is night and day. Where that old round starts to give out at range or bounce off hard targets, the Fury charges through with grit and muscle. It ain't just an upgrade, it might be the next benchmark. So now that we've lined up the big contenders, time to ask the real question. Is the 5.56mm reign finally done? Not all the way, but it's getting tested like never before. Sure, it's still got its place: light recoil, decent price, and good for short range or civilian use. But when you're talking long shots, serious knockdown, and adaptability on the battlefield, cartridges like the 6.5 Grendel, 6.8 SPC, and .277 Fury flat out leave it behind. Bottom line, the 5.56 ain't dead yet, but that crown's sitting loose. With missions changing and tech moving fast, the next wave of rifle calibers is riding in strong and ready to take the lead. 6.5 Grendel. Now let's talk about one of the up-and-comers that's been turning heads lately. The 6.5mm Grendel. While the 5.56mm built its name on versatility and easy control, the 6.5 Grendel takes things a notch higher, especially when you're talking long-range shooting and solid knockdown power. First thing you'll notice, the Grendel runs in the same AR-15 platform. That means you don't need to toss out your favorite rifle just to make the switch. But once you squeeze the trigger, the difference jumps right out at you. With heavier bullets, a higher ballistic coefficient, and more energy hanging on at distance, the Grendel flat out outperforms the 5.56 well past 300 yards, and it really shines past 800. While the 5.56 runs out of breath out there, the Grendel just keeps humming, making it a fine choice for hunters, long-range shooters, or anyone wanting a flatter flying round with real muscle downrange. Whether you're chasing whitetail through the timber or ringing steel at 1,000 yards, this one delivers, and it don't beat up your shoulder either. The recoil's surprisingly tame, all things considered. Now sure, the 5.56 still has the upper hand when it comes to weight and price per round. You can pack more of it in the same space, and you'll likely pay less at the checkout counter, especially in bulk. But if what you're after is tighter groups, better energy, and solid performance from the middle distances on out, the 6.5 Grendel is a mighty fine step up. So is it better than the 5.56mm? In a lot of ways, yeah, especially if your needs stretch beyond hallway distances or paper targets. The Grendel packs more grit into the fight. And this is just the start. We've got more hard-hitting contenders coming down the trail. Let's keep going. But first, let's take a look at the 5.56 millimeter. The 5.56 NATO round has built up a solid name through the years, known for its easy recoil, straight shooting, and all-around dependability. It's been the go-to for military folks, lawmen, and civilian shooters alike. It's light to haul and easy to keep on target for fast, accurate follow-ups. Whether you're in a firefight, on the range, or defending your homestead, it's hard to argue the 5.56 ain't earned its stripes. But, same as any old standby, the 5.56 has its fair share of folks raising an eyebrow. Plenty point to its lack of stopping power, especially when you're reaching out past a couple 100 yards or going up against tough cover or hardened targets. Others say it sometimes falls short when you need a threat put down quick and clean. When it comes to punching through barriers like walls or vehicles, it can come up short too, and that's a real concern if you're in military or tactical law work. These ongoing knocks on the 5.56 have left the barn door open for other calibers to step into the light. Matter of fact, there's a new crop of rifle rounds made just to beat out the 5.56 weak spots, offering more reach, more power, and better all-around punch without burdening you with a heavy load or bone-jarring recoil. So while the 5.56 still has a job to do, it might not be the head of the pack anymore. In the next few minutes, we'll take a look at the new contenders that are gunning for its spot and might just replace it altogether. 6.8 SPC. Now let's shift focus to another serious contender, the 6.8 SPC. Built from the ground up to patch some of the real-world gaps left by the 5.56 millimeter, this round brings more punch and better knockdown without straying too far from the tried-and-true AR-15 setup. Right out of the gate, the 6.8 SPC throws heavier bullets with more wallop, making it a strong performer in that mid-range sweet spot. If the 5.56 is quick and twitchy, the 6.8 is more of a hammer. It hits harder, especially on soft targets, and that's exactly where folks have long said the 5.56 comes up short. Sure, that little round can poke holes in paper and even light armor, but the 6.8 leaves a wider mark, no doubt about it. And the best part? You don't need a whole new rig. Just swap the barrel and bolt, and you're good to go on most AR-15s. Recoil? Yeah, it's got a bit more snap than the 5.56, but it ain't bad. Nowhere near the thump of a full-sized battle rifle. Worth mentioning, the 6.8 SPC really shines with shorter barrels. So if you're running a compact carbine or looking for better close-quarters thump, this one's a straight-up upgrade. Of course, there's a few trade-offs. The ammo's tougher to find, costs a bit more, and you won't haul quite as many rounds due to size and weight. But compared to 5.56, the 6.8 SPC just feels like the smarter call if you're wanting more muscle, without stepping up to a heavier platform. It ain't just a different flavor, it was built from the start to handle what 5.56 can't. And yeah, it's a standout. But we ain't done yet. There's still one more caliber coming over the ridge, and it might just be the one that changes everything. Stick with me.